guys, so I'm just gonna say grab some popcorn and or something, and this is gonna be a long video, so I'm doing it in one take, try to at least, so you'll see. So basically going over here is where I have a camera that is basically just for pointing over here this way. So it basically is connected to my ATEM, and with like another camera, specifically this one here over there, but you'll see that in a minute. So going over here is closet stuff, so it's where I have my computer stuff. So here is the Mac Minis, getting fresh air blown onto them. Well, not fresh air, it's cool air. So first Mac is my drawing tablet computer. So I have my drawing drawing tablet connected to there, and also a keyboard and mouse, which is right here. The mouse is getting replaced, but with something new because it's having issues. So this Mac here is my recording Mac that has two docking stations hooked to it with the ATEMs. I was using this guy, which is a HDMI Matrix that I use for like video, but it was starting to fail. So I have my ATEM connected to as the display input. So the number one is one of my computers, and so number one is the recording Mac. Number two is the drawing Mac. Number three is my gaming PC, and number four is a camera. And one over here is my camera. I just haven't hooked that one up because I'm short a HDMI cable, but it's gonna be hooked up to there and to that for power. So number one is my camera at my desk. Number two is the other camera above my desk, and up there is the camera above there. That's not connected to any display, so there's that. And here is my what's this thing called? My IR blaster, which is used for this guy, which is my matrix switcher. First one is for my drawing Mac. For my Mac Mini recording Mac. Number two is for my drawing Mac, and number three is for my gaming PC. Number four is empty. This guy, which is my HDMI splitter, is hooked up to here, so it hooks up my main display and my drawing tablet to my ATEM, so it allows me to get display out. That one is hooked up to the drawing Mac. This one here is hooked up to the recording Mac for display out, and then I have a display out going to there. Right here, my gaming PC, which used to be behind my TV. The TV got pushed back a little bit. So here I had a microphone here, and that microphone was just there for when I'm recording at my bed. For basically mattress duels, because I get cold. But I basically figured out, like, it gets super warm here when I'm playing mattress duels unless it's the winter time. So over here is just for Apple TV stuff. It's just for watching TV and stuff. Nothing else goes here. But I don't even have a stream deck here for like controlling the TV, because I don't care about that for now. Over here. Now here's where going over here is the camera for that points down. Here is my unboxing setup that was over here. So this camera, this light points down at the desk. This is my monitor for like viewing my streaming, my recording / streaming when I'm doing unboxings here. This camera points down here for here. This one is my face camera. and when I'm sitting right here, it picks up my face pretty fine. My microphone, this USB HDMI splitter goes to my main monitor, not my main monitor, my secondary main monitor, and this monitor. Secondary main monitor's over here. This one is aimed at basically show where I can just look straight ahead at the camera when looking here, because of the camera's right here. And before I had this monitor here vertically, and which messed up this one, because this was also vertical but it's horizontal. So I moved this over here so I can still see myself. My drawing tablet's here, which is connected to my ATEM, and it lets me switch between inputs that shows on here. What shows on here also shows on here. So if I press a button on my Stream Deck, I can switch between computer 1, 2, and 3. So my drawing tablet and my Mac, my drawing PC, my drawing Mac, my main Mac, and my game PC. So if we press here, this is 1, 2, 3. So if we press this one, we're on PC right now. So if we press 1, recording Mac. If we press 2, it is the drawing Mac, and number 3, which is my gaming PC, all hooked up to here. So now let me just go over here and show you guys. So to make sure the stuff over there stays cool, to make sure the room stays cooler, it's that guy there. But this guy is my mute switch for this microphone. So if I press this, right now it's muted. So if I press this, it's unmuted, muted. So same with this one. This one has a mute switch. Also, I removed my third mic because I moved it over here, and I got rid of that setup over here. So now I'm running Wavelength 3.0. So, and all this stuff is ran through Home Assistant. So basically, when I press this on, it turns on. It turns on my monitor, my ATEMs, and this monitor, and that guy, and that guy, and that guy, and the TV. But it also turns on that. But these lights don't turn on. And the only other thing that turns on is the LED strip there. So when LED strip turns on, this stuff turns on, that turns on. So when this turns on, and this computer fully boots up to Windows, aka it will do a ping test. It pings every 10 seconds. And so if it pings, doesn't find anything. But if it doesn't ping long enough for 5 minutes, it will say it is not active, and it will skip it. So in turn, it doesn't take 5 minutes for it to boot. It does take a while for it to boot because it has something to do with the SSD, because SSD's kind of borked, but I don't have the funds right now to afford a 8TB SSD, but there's a 500GB SSD in there now. And if I'm upgrading, I'm going to be upgrading to an 8TB just so I can have one storage device. But it pings it every 10 seconds. And when it does turn on, this guy turns off. That LED strip turns off. And these lights, the one's here, and the one there, turn on. So when the system shuts down, so what happens is it will shut down. So when it first shuts down, the LED strips turn on. Then it will run master, which is the name of the thing for here, and which will shut down the gaming PC over here. And so when that shuts down, it will turn off the Cap 1 and Cap 2, which are the names of my smart plugs for my ATEMs. When those shut down, it'll wait a full minute, and it also disables the network here. And so it disables the network here, which is because I have two network switches over there. I have a network switch over there that just connects this TV, and that computer to the network, running an Ethernet cable all the way there to the Ethernet cable one in there. Then there's another Ethernet switch over there, which is connected to my PWE, which is PWE switch, which allows me to connect it to this guy, which is the network dock from Elgato, and it basically lets me turn my Stream Deck into a network capable Ethernet compatible Stream Deck, just like the Stream Deck Studio, but not Stream Deck Studio. I would replace it with the Stream Deck Studio just to put there, but that's $800. So I have another one of these just in case I need to have a Stream Deck just available, and then so if I need one for my MacBook Air or another Mac Mini like the one over here, this Mac Mini, or basically this PC, because I have the one hooked to this PC just for a little bit of time because of that. So, and if you notice, there's wood there. I'm not painting that because that's too much of a hassle. But basically, that wood box I made, what it does is holds this TV, because what's behind there is a table, and that table I had the TV on was basically just, I basically could so what you're seeing now was actually cut off. So right here and down was actually cut off, so you can only see about this much of the actual TV where it was at, and I didn't like that, and so I made the stand, put it up here, and it does better because yes, it still cuts off a little bit of taskbar unless I look up, but now I can actually see the taskbar, because before I saw software to have it up here and for macOS the dock over here, and I didn't like any of that, so I basically just made this set up here and put up there. And now the Stream Deck stuff. So this guy right here on my Stream Deck is the volume control for the TV over here. I have one available for that TV, so if I need to control the volume and I don't have my remote, I can basically just control the volume there. Here is the volume control for Wavelink right here, because if you press this one, it mutes the audio from my headphones and the display. If we press it again, it will unmute it, and if we press this one, it will mute the headphones only. This controls the volume of the headphones. This controls the volume of the microphone. So both microphones, I should say, because of they are using Wavelink, and I'm using this preamp right here to send audio to Wavelink for both microphones, since I don't care about them being the same. So here is called ATEM out. So ATEM out is what is going to the ATEM itself. The ATEM input is what is going out to my headphones, and then that's mic, and then yeah. So this guy reboots Home Assistant, so it reboots a totally different computer. It's rebooting a virtual machine. I could have, if this was basically if Home Assistant was running on bare metal, I could basically reboot Home Assistant with this. This guy's just a sleep button. It basically sleeps both Stream Decks, all three actually. And then this guy is Keynote. So when I press it, these are all custom icons, by the way. So this one is to unite in Keynote. This one is for intersect, subtract, and exclude. All of these are basically commands inside of Keynote. This one will close Keynote and take you back to the main profile. This just switches back to main profile. This is show and hide the object list inside Keynote for like editing. This basically twists like objects. This basically rotates them. This edits undo and redo. And this zoom in, zoom out, and basically home. So if you press this, it takes you back to Keynote. It takes you back to this main page. This page, you press this, it opens Keynote, and it opened the project you had previously opened. Since the one here only closes it as a basically the project, but not basically closes the window inside Keynote. So this one just switches the PC to 1 and 2. 3. This turns on everything, and then if you go here, this is just that. So now I'm going to this Stream Deck. I'll do this one last since it's the most. So this one over here is the one that's kind of mirrored to the Stream Deck Plus over here, but this one's at an angle because this is my control. This one is basically just control over here. So this one basically just mutes the headphones here, because if I'm doing headphone stuff, because I'm doing unboxing, I usually have headphones on over here. And so this switches the input from the actual, that actually needs to be removed because I was basically switching between headphone and TV, but I have them both coming out at the same exact time, but I usually mute one. This turns on and off the TV and pauses the Apple TV. And then this is just same. It mutes the microphone. And instead of basically switching, so this one turns on unboxing, which the unboxing set, which is just that camera, that monitor, that light, and it turns off some other stuff, but I don't remember what all that is right now because of it's been a while since I've set that up. This is basically done after everything. So now, because before I was using a Stream Deck XL, but because I wanted to get a Stream Deck Plus XL, but the problem is they're not in stock right now, and getting them is kind of a pain in the butt unless I buy them on eBay. So this button here basically turns on and off the Stream Deck reset up, and then this turns on and off my fan, so that fan and the fan up there, but it also turns off the little charge cable for this guy, which my keyboard is hooked to, since I don't basically, since the battery dies a lot, so I just have it plugged in there. So this one turns on and off Master Duels. So basically, just for just for regular playing. And this guy is for turning off the capture cards. This is for turning off the lights. But I have this on here just in case I need to reboot the capture cards. This is keyboard. This is input 1, 2, and 3 for my keyboard. So this is computer 1, 2, computer 3. So if we press this guy, record, it switches to the recording profile. And so from here, these are pretty much the same, except for these will basically change depending on what's here. So right now, this is capture, Apple TV, and then LG TV. So, but what's not here is the record. But right here will be record. Then, if I click here, and then Apple TV and that. If I click Apple TV, it'll be record that and that. I put that, it'll be record that and that. So here's just my start and stop record button for Ecamm Live using this software here as a MIDI output. So this sends MIDI commands to what's that software called? Companion sends it to Home Assistant, and when I press button here, it goes Home Assistant, uh, uh, Companion, then Ecamm Live. I mean that, and then Ecamm Live. The reason I did this is because I can basically combine the R automation inside of Home Assistant. So basically, the stuff just works automatically. So this is just my chatting scene. So when I'm chatting, this is for when I'm just chatting. This is for when I'm drawing. This basically turns on this display here. And it also basically switches the input of the TV to that input. And again, this now. And so I just have to add that specifically to that specific scene, but that's what it will do. And this one is just a start scene that basically takes me back to like the start and turns everything off. So this one is just for when I'm doing Masochist duels. So when I'm doing Masochist runs on different accounts, I press that guy. Deck list shows the deck list in for when I'm either in Masochist or if I'm inside of like my regular account. So then the Master Duel scene is for my regular account, and then Masochist scene is for Masochist. Program is for when I'm programming, and VMware scene is for when I'm doing VMware stuff. So going back to home, if we press capture, these are the capture card scenes, which is for my capture cards, so my items. So this is ATEM 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if I press 1, it takes it to the computer 1. So if I press 2, it takes it to the Mac Mini 2. If I press 3, it takes it to here. If I press 4, it takes it to the camera here. So that's number 4 on the inputs. Number 4 points down. Camera 1 is basically this camera up here. Camera 2 is the one above there, and camera 3 right here is for that camera. And when I get the cable, the power cable, and the HDMI cable, camera 4 will be that camera over there. So now if you go home, now if you got Apple TV. So Apple TV is just my Apple TV remote that I frequently use stuff on. So this one, if I press this guy, it brings up the app switcher, which is basically just pulls down, and then I press it and it will close it again because it's a multi-action. And then this guy is just down, up, left, right, select, and this is back. This allows me to bring up the YouTube app. This brings up the Crunchyroll app. This brings up the Fire app, which is just a Fireplace app. Then this brings up settings. So going back here, LG TV. This is my LG TV remote. Most ones I mostly use a lot. So you can see actually those. And if you see here, if we go to here, it has those here. If you press here, go here, all those here, here. It changes here, there. And so now, if we basically go to sleep on here, it will bring up screensaver on here. Well, it's not screensaver, it's just basically a home menu. So if you press it, it turns off that Stream Deck, and that Stream Deck. If we press this button right here, press the face, it brings it all up right here. I have a coaster here just for my drink when I have one, either coffee or something else. So this is the Audio-Technica AT2040 that I use. I want to get another one of these for over here because I don't like the powder mic that much. It's just not my cup of tea. at the moment. It was a nice mic when I've used it before, but I just don't like it. So when we press this guy over here, I'm not pressing it. I'm not using automation, but it turns on this, and this is what this scene looks like, right? Kind of like this. This is the monitor. This is what I see right here. This camera is actually already on because it turns on with the smart plug there. That's connected to there. I have I had a monitor here that I not use anymore, and because I wanted to downsize the monitors I use, but then this guy was very vertical, and I changed that to horizontal. So it was like this over here, but now it's like this over here, and it works out perfectly fine. So now, if we say this, I'm gonna show you what happens when I turn off. I don't usually say turn off switch plug. I usually just press that button to turn it on and off. So Alexa, turn off switch plug. Alexa, turn off switch plug. There you go. There you go. It didn't hear me. As you can see, the computer's shutting down. As you can see, the light is still on, but that because it stays on for 1 minute. Alexa, turn on power. So it didn't turn off properly because of it didn't hear me properly. So how this should work is that it should turn off when that turns off, because there it goes. So that turns off because it was shut down. And now it should wait 1 minute to turn it off. So in 1 minute and 30 seconds after you heard the fans turn off, it should basically turn off this guy, that guy, that guy, and that guy over there. So, and I have on here that when I press this off, it would usually put it to sleep, like this. So when I'm done recording, I can basically just press the button to turn it on. It turns everything on. Like everything in this room, it turns off. I mean, turns on, then it turns everything off except for TV. There you go. And it's off. So, Alexa, turn on light. So now, as you can see, everything's off. And that's how everything looks. And I hope you liked it. And this is a update that because I haven't been making videos in a while because I've been kind of tired. But other than that, you should see more videos from Master Duels. You should see more programming videos, and I still have to make that the video for how to set up Apple TV. I haven't forgot. I mean, not Apple TV. Apple time capsule. So I haven't forgot. I just have had a lot of stuff I had to get done, and this is one thing that I was trying to do to get it done. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And the wires are kind of there to stay because of the custom length I need would mean I'm spending a fortune on cables. So the cables you see down here are kind of here to stay. That's why I kind of made them where they're not a tripping hazard and stuff like that. And so, yeah, that's about it. And see you guys later. And have a great day. Like, subscribe, and comment. Tell me give me any feedback. I hope you can give me more ideas. Bye.